Okay, so I am backstage and I ran into this gorgeous woman that was doing it. And I said, who is that? The one and only Chandra Wilson. I am so excited to be here with you. How are you?
Doing so well. Yeah.
Well, you look well. You look amazing. What are you wearing?
This is Tadashi. Yeah. So
Tadashi is to die for.
yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, you are nominated this evening. Yeah. Again. I think the Image Awards, I think everybody loves you, and that's why they continue to nominate you and bring you back. We love seeing you. You are such a positive reflection of us. So we are so excited that you're here once again.
Wow. I tell you, it's certainly the way Dr. Bailey is written to be as human as she could be. Flawed wherever she's flawed. You love her for the things that you love her for, and as an actor, it makes her a joy to play because there's always some other level to her, some other something else going on that you didn't know before, and it's all this, great material to be able to draw from and to, experience in front of everybody. And Grey's Anatomy follows that same formula with not only the diversity that we put on the screen for everybody to see, but just that the thing that we started with, making it character driven and the humor and the romance, that we keep that same formula going even today.
Absolutely. The writing is always amazing. I mean, she's doing her thing. Oh my God. Oh, she's a beast. Yes.
Yeah.
So we have to talk about your character, okay? Because she's absolutely one of my favorites. So what is going on? There's like the disorder, then you get the fine husband, you get married, and y'all having problems. What is going on?
So coming out of last season, coming out of season 9, when she lost those patients, she just really took that personally, that something was wrong with her hands and that could have caused their deaths. She just couldn't stand that, even though technically it wasn't her fault. It just, it was a little death to her, and that was going to manifest some kind of way. If she wasn't going to therapy or whatever like she needed to, that stuff is going to come out, and that's the obsessive and the compulsiveness started to really take over. And it's in those moments where you have to ground yourself in things. So having that commuter relationship with her husband, even though it was commuter, it was still grounding. It was something she could count on. Her patience was something she could count on. Her relationship with her colleagues was something she could count on. And when those things started going away, when the husband came home and was all in the space, Dr. Weber didn't want her to be on his case, and certain patients she couldn't work. I mean, it just really rocked her world. So, that's where these obsessive behaviors started to come from. So going forward, she will have to deal with that, as so many OCD sufferers, deal with on a daily basis, just trying to be aware of what their habits are and saying, whatever the mechanism is that you have to use to say, I don't have to do this behavior right now. I know where it's coming from, but I don't have to do it. And that actually becomes your daily life at that point, just kind of managing your anxieties.
A lot of people, especially African American people, have issues with going to therapy and getting help. They feel like it makes you weak. It's a weakness, and it's completely not that.
You're supposed to take care of everything at home, take care of yourself. You don't need to go and talk about your problems, but it's real. Mental illness is real, and there's a large umbrella of mental illness, from the subtle things to, of course, the far more aggressive things that you really need help for. But you have to admit that you need help. Right. And then there's nothing wrong with getting it.
Nothing wrong with getting it. In adults as well as in children, you can't just say the child is bad. Right. There really might be something there.
Attention, you'll find a pattern. You'll see what's going on, but you have to be willing to pay attention. And, we are a short attention span society right now, and it's hard for us to pay attention sometimes.
Well, one thing that I'm paying attention to is the on-screen love. Now, where are we going with that this season? Are we going to get it together? Are we going to be lovey-dovey finally?
I mean, I've heard that Chandra, she's not interested in just dismantling relationships. Okay. She wants to see them succeed, but in the way that relationships succeed, in that there's going to be all the ups and the downs of it, and not necessarily problems between the partners, but just, all the outside stuff that comes in that you have to work through as a couple. Right. And I believe that's where we're going, but you just don't know. You don't know. That whole story could change tomorrow. tomorrow.
never
But
know.
yeah.
Plane crashes and earthquakes and
Did nobody say that was gonna happen? Yeah.
who is Kepner going to choose?
I mean, she has absolute, respect for the ambulance man. The ambulance man.
Well, he did the what was it the
and
song
everything.
he sang for
Somebody
her.
sing for you. You gotta have respect for him. But
You look
know
into
what?
those
That
eyes,
was a
girl.
first. You know how you first mess you up, and you ain't never right. Like after that, even if you go ahead, you just not right. So
Took her virginity from Jesus and she's hooked.
and you know what I mean? It's like she turned from Jesus. So you compare that ambulance. Okay, I'm gonna say that word right. One day in my adult life, I'm going to say ambulance. But anyway, so
Saying goodbye to the ambulance man.
I'm not saying that we're saying goodbye. I didn't say that. I'm saying these are the choices. Ambulance, the one that took you from Jesus.
Saying Dr. Bailey is saying she would choose
I didn't
the first
say-
lover.
This is the word put her in mouther over here.
Well, you know, I gotta squeeze the juice out of you some way, right?
In the mouther.
Yes, okay.
So she got a choice to make.
She got
She got
a
I
hard
will
choice.
say that it is going to happen very quickly. Like as soon as we get going, we're not gonna leave y'all hanging. The choice is coming.
All right.
It's imminent.
Ready for the choice. #choice.
Hey, I'm Chandra Wilson, and you're watching Coco Fab TV.